In my Mercedes GP Petronas Formula 1 car, on the straights, I'm usually traveling at more than 300 kilometers per hour. And sometimes even in fast corners, we're still doing up to 250 kilometers per hour. So there's very, very big G-forces acting on the driver. And I probably couldn't even drive the Formula 1 car without being buckled up in my seatbelts. Because especially in braking, I would probably fall right onto the steering wheel and I wouldn't be able to see where I'm going anymore. At the same time also, the seatbelts need to be put so tight that it makes it very physically demanding to race in the car, because I just struggle to breathe properly.
A Formula 1 driver's seatbelt is a 6-point safety harness that has to withstand loads of up to 1,500 kilograms in an impact. The upper part of the webbing is made from a lightweight military spec polyester, and then all the fittings are made from aircraft grade titanium.
I can't buckle up myself, so once I get into the car, the mechanic has to lean in and tighten them up, and it's quite a complicated procedure. But at the same time, I need to be able to get out of the car very quickly. So with the push of a button, I can release the belts myself. And there's this rule where the FIA actually test us that we need to be able to jump out within 10 seconds and also put the steering wheel back onto the car. So to be honest, I would never ever drive my car without being buckled up. Head and neck trauma remain one of the worst single injuries that we can experience as Formula 1 drivers. As a result, the helmets have been developed extremely lightly in recent years, and you can just feel, I mean, now it's like 1,200 or 1,300 grams, and that's just amazing, considering that all the things that they put in here, the carbon, the visor, and all the rest of it. We experience extreme G-forces in cornering, so already for my neck muscles, that's a big help. But not only that, it helps extremely in the case of an accident.
The energy that it needs to absorb is greater than that when a bullet is fired from a gun. The outer part of the helmet is made from an incredibly strong shell of carbon fibre and Kevlar, and this is designed to protect the driver's head in the impact. The inside of the helmet is a dense, expanded polystyrene foam that can absorb all the energy.
Quite amazingly also, they put a lot of effort into wind tunnel testing with the helmets, because it's such a big surface of the actual car that even this is optimized for downforce and for drag and everything. So all these little spoilers and winglets on my helmet, they've been done in the wind tunnel. And then finally also such details as our little windshield, you know, that's also done in the wind tunnel, because that also optimizes the airflow over the car and also over my head, and it reduces buffeting or movement or something that I could get if the wind doesn't flow smoothly. So as you can see, even in the area of the helmet, there's a constant push to optimize the safety. Mercedes-Benz helped to develop the head and neck support system, which is now better known as HANS. It's still a relatively new device, as it got introduced in 2003. It's attached to my helmet with these two straps.
It's very light, it's around 200 grams, it's made out of carbon. And it's as individual as the helmets are to the drivers. You have to homologate a HANS device, but for each driver is different.
Since everyone's collarbone is different also, it's custom made so that it sits more comfortably on my shoulders.
It might be a little bit of padding, or it might be a difference of a look or a paint style, but it is essentially very important to the driver in that circumstance to have it uniquely molded to him. The HANS device has been of significant benefit, proven to reduce injuries, and the force load on the neck as well for the driver. Typically, It reduces neck motion by around 46%, which is significant, and the force load by 86%. And as a result, it's now accepted in Formula One and other series around the world.
Whilst initially it was maybe a bit unusual and uncomfortable, now I definitely would not drive my F1 car without it. The overall of a Formula One driver is like a second skin. It's very light, but more importantly, it's made out of no-mix, which is the best fireproof material. Before being tested, they wash it up to 15 times. And then it goes through all these tests to make sure that it's good enough and withstands fire well enough. It can withstand exposure to an 840-degree fire for up to 11 seconds, which is similar to the temperature that lava has. And to give you an example, a sauna only has up to 110 degrees Celsius. And even my underwear is made of no-mix, which here is an example of my balaclava.